Hi, my name is Lauren and welcome to TV 1061. Join our network and broadcast your film live across the continent. Come to our studio and film and stream your TV show, sitcom, and showcase and broadcast it worldwide. Combine multimedia with your live stream. Independent filmmakers show your movie and afterwards interview your cast live. Sponsors, advertisers, I'm talking to you. This is your chance for global exposure. These are exciting times that we're in. Traditional TV is but a thing of the past. TV 1061 is on the Roku platform. Roku is an industry leader in internet TV. It has a viewership of 53 million and counting. It is the most popular and fastest growing internet TV platform. If you are interested in developing and showcasing your movie or show, or interested in coming in as a sponsor or advertiser, please send us your contact information with a brief description of your interest to 1061tv@gmail.com. Thank you. Hi.
Good afternoon. I'm Lieutenant Elmer Horn with Douglas County Sheriff's Office, and we're here at one of our communities, and Sheriff Pounds is here with us. And Sheriff Pounds is very involved in his communities, and he come out. We brought out our grill and our smoker so we can come out and help cook for this community. And Sheriff Pounds himself has come out and helped cook with us, and he's here to cook and help these folks today.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is one of the programs that I call Taking My Community Back. If you don't get out there and get involved in your community, you ain't gonna be able to get it back. And the sad part about it, we losing our young men at such a pace that it's unreal. We got to come up with something that will help us with these children. Got to. So this is what I'm doing. I love it. I'm out here in the sun. It's hot, but like I said earlier, we're gonna do these until we get that gap between law enforcement and the community bridge. We're gonna bridge that gap because we're gonna get out of here, we're gonna shake hands, we're gonna find out if they got any kind of problem we can assist them with, and invite them to the sheriff's office and come to the roll call. Just come see what's going on at the office. Thank y'all so much for being here.
Thank you, Sheriff Pounds. And like I said, this is just one of many events that we bring this grill out to help with our communities and get involved. I'm here today at one of our community outreach days with our sound truck. And our sound truck is used for just what you see. We come out to community days, we play loud music, and be able to just have a good time with it and enjoy our community. At a sheriff's office, you get to see us in a little different light. We're not always out there writing tickets or locking people up. We come out to your community day and be a part of your day and help you celebrate your community. And this is just one of the ways that we can do that, was with our sound truck. We're here today in one of our communities. We brought our ice cream truck out. A lot of people like to laugh when I say the sheriff's office owns an ice cream truck, but this is exactly what it's for, is we bring it out to our communities. We give away ice cream. We don't charge for the ice cream. The ice cream is free. And we have partners in our businesses in our community that help pay for the ice cream so that we can give it away for free. And we give it away. We go to schools. This is just one of many events that we bring our ice cream truck to. We go to the school systems. We come out to community days, block parties. We just come out and see you and help you enjoy and celebrate your community. Thank you.
Today's world exposes our youth to life experiences that poverty, injustice. Our children's lives and their livelihoods are in constant danger. Wisdom Inc. is a community-based organization designed to save young lives by reducing violence and assisting youth in their personal development. Wisdom stands for wise individuals structuring and developing youthful minds. Through our collective wisdom, we can change lives for the better. Wisdom Inc. Reducing violence, developing youth, saving lives.
Hi, I'm Michael Kyle, your funniest man on the planet, and you're watching TV 1061, your global network. Stay tuned, because that's how they do it over here. Big time party! All right, see y'all later. Bye. Hi.
You are tuned in to Talk Show Kings on TV 1061.
Man, what they gonna do with this black on black crime, man? I'm sick of this. Thank you for watching another edition of Talk Show Kings on TV 1061. We'll be seeing you soon.
Greetings, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Talk Show Kings. We are pleased to be here today. I know we've been missing for a few weeks, but we're back in action, and we got great topics for you guys today, a great episode, and we're going to touch on a lot of things that's been going on. There's been a lot of things going on in this world since we've been gone, and so we're going to try to catch up and keep you guys informed with what we feel is some hot topics that needs to be discussed. But before we get started, I want to say thank you to the city of Douglasville for allowing us into their homes, and you, the people, our fans, watching us each and every week. We definitely appreciate it. And to our host and our producer, Felix Washington, thanks again for allowing us to participate in this process with the Kings. And I'd like to introduce myself, and I'm King Darwin, and to my left,
King Jason, and to my left,
King Eric.
And together, we are the
Talk Show Kings.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to just dive right on in, guys. And what we're going to talk about today, we're going to talk about some, like you said, it's been a lot going on, man. It's been a lot going on.
Yep.
You know, so I'm just like, where do we start? You know, where do we start with this show today? With all the things that has been developing in our country, okay? Where do you guys want to start? I mean, I just heard today that they said they're taking names off the Arlington Cemetery.
Yeah, they're taking the
veterans,
the
name,
black,
the ethnic, the black, and the women,
right?
Names off the cemetery. Is that true? Is that true, Kings?
That's true.
That's
if
true.
you go to the website now, they have scraped all the information off of Arlington National Cemetery of any person of color or woman that served in the military, that died in the military.
Are you serious? King Jason, what do you got to say about that?
I am appalled because you have people that fought and served our country by risking their lives to defend our nation and to fight for our freedom, and you over here removing them from the website, removing their names from their gravesite, and you still even have some veterans to this day who are still living, who fought with these troops who are now gone, and you finding out that they're removing the names. That's beyond disrespect.
Yeah, that's hard for me to believe. I mean, I'm just catching the news, guys, but I can't imagine. Who's making this call? Who's making this call? Fill me in.
I mean, you know,
where's this call coming from? Is it the commander-in-chief, or what's going on? Anybody know? I'm just like, I just can't.
Well, all I can say is part is what they said. It's part of the new DEI law.
The new DEI. Stop it, man. Wow. So y'all hear it. Y'all hear it right here first on the Talk Show Kings that, you know, so-called are removing names of all, you said, black people and women and people of color, ethnic people that has fought in our military for our country. I can't believe that. But I got to do some more research, and we're going to get back on that topic next week because I have some more stuff to have to pull up on that. I'm just appalled by hearing that today, guys. But another hot topic. What about these plane crashes? That's one thing that I was just like, what's going on with these planes in the sky?
Well, one thing I've heard about the plane crashes is they say that a lot of planes are going to be going down because of the so-called people who that was pressured to take that COVID shot. I've heard that. I've also heard that because Trump got rid of people and blamed it on DEI.
But
that
these
the
are
planes was crashing.
malfunction. These are actually planes malfunctioning, though. You know, like a lot of this is not pilots' mistakes.
Well, what about the one where the helicopter, that Black Hawk, ran right into that other plane in Washington?
Okay.
At Reagan.
And that was a situation where the pilots, we don't know. Did they ever say what happened? They never said exactly.
Here's my thing.
What happened? But what's going on? Like, I'm like scared to fly.
A lot of people are.
Do you still work at the airport?
No, sir.
You don't work at the airport anymore?
No, sir.
Okay, King Eric. I thought you were still at the airport, but I mean, because you could have maybe heard some intel on what's really been going on.
I know from working there, and I've been in those towers, those controllers, those tower controllers, those hours are very, very strenuous because they're there, sometimes they're sleeping there because they're so short-handed.
Yeah, but that's just not explaining it to me because, like you said, like I was saying before, you know, you got engines blowing up, you got smoke filling the cabins, you got, you know, hey, these planes is like malfunctioning. Like, do you think it's sabotage? Do you think that, you know, somebody is actually, you know, sabotaging these airplanes, making it hard for people to want to fly, trying to sabotage the industry, the flight industry? Or what do you think, King Jason?
Could be a lot of different things. You got to look at the aviation mechanic stuff. You have to look at the age of the aircraft. Are these aircraft staying up to par on maintenance-wise?
Right.
Are they actually, you know, having good usable parts, or are they expired parts but still being used? I mean, who knows? There could be a lot of different reasons of why or what's causing these airplanes to crash. But, you know, me, I'm not a severe conspiracist, but I believe in some conspiracy theories. But if you watch the movie that the Obamas were part of producing, it's supposed to tell a lot of stories. And one of the stories that was in that movie was about plane crashes.
Really?
And seeing that come to life, I'm like, y'all better pay attention.
Really, an Obama movie? You hear about
it was
that,
a
King
Netflix
Eric?
movie. It's a Netflix movie that were produced by the Obamas, and it was really good. I've seen it actually twice.
Really?
What's the name of it?
I think it's called something Left Behind, I think.
Okay, I have to look that up.
Yeah.
I have to look that up, guys. But I mean, hey, what's going on out here? I mean, some people say it's because of maybe, you know, like you said, the Earth is shifting, the vibration is shifting, the eclipse, you know, because of all the things that's been going on in the sky. You know, they've been seeing a lot of the drones in the sky, you know, these clouds and, you know, and all of these sightings of UFOs and things like that maybe causing, you know, these malfunctions in these planes, man. I mean, I don't know, man. It's crazy. I'm like, I be flying all the time, and it's making me try to pump my brakes a little bit. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, honestly, I'm not. Look, we all have a time to leave this planet. We all have a time of expiration. But I'm not afraid of flying because, as a matter of fact, I have to fly to Colombia next month. So, Lord willing, this will be a safe flight to and back.
It will. It will.
You know,
it will, King. It will.
It doesn't really frighten me from flying, you know, because either way, you know, airplanes are rated as the most safest way of traveling. And even though we've seen these incidents recently, it shouldn't, you know, pull people away from using planes to fly anymore.
Yeah, so that's another hot topic, guys. We wanted to tap on and see exactly, you know, what, you know, maybe you wanted to see exactly what we felt about all these planes going down and having to land and emergency landings and things. Luckily, it hasn't been a lot of casualties as many as it could have been. There has been some, but it hasn't, and our hearts go out to the families that also has, you know, lost their loved ones in these tragic incidents. You know, it's just, you know, it's just crazy. All right. So what about these tariffs? Tariffs. They've been going crazy about the tariffs. The market's been going crazy. Like, it's not stabilizing. It's crazy. So what do you guys think about, the tariffs situation? That's another hot topic, and it's driving people crazy. It's like the market is bananas right now. What do you guys feel about that, Kings?
The tariff war. Canada, Mexico, and China. Wow. I think that, like we talked about this previously on another episode.
Yeah, we did tap on it a little bit.
And like I said then, it doesn't make any sense because we're losing, like King Jason said earlier when we were talking, we're losing a lot of allies due to these tariffs. Canada was one of our biggest allies. They stood by us along with Europe, France. We're losing because of that. I mean, you have Canadians taking American bourbon and whiskey off their shelves. They're not even selling it anymore. And then Canada provides electricity to 3 states in the United States. New York, and it's 2 other states.
Yeah, they talking about blackouts, right?
Michigan is one of them as well.
Yeah, they actually literally are talking about.
And they talking about, okay, we just cut the power off.
Yeah. I mean, that's serious. That's serious.
I've heard recently that Trump did maybe not reconsider. He ended up
put a freeze.
He put a freeze on the tariff between Canada and Mexico. Now, why? That part, I don't know. I haven't had time to do research on that. But when I heard about it kind of gave me a chuckle because it kind of made me think like, okay, he started reconsidering of what he actually said because he's realizing or may have realized that he made a big mistake between Mexico and Canada.
Yeah, he's been going back and forth like for the last month now, I think. I think he recanted about 3 times now, into pushing the button and then don't push the button.
Yeah, but then
freezing and then not freezing.
This last time, I think the tariffs actually went in effect this past week. So he talk about bringing down the price of eggs. That's not bringing down the price of eggs.
No, not at all. Not at all. It's probably not going to bring down the price of anything. But at the same time, my idea of the tariffs is it's a lot of countries that's been raping and pillaging from us for a long time. So if he can squeeze some money out of them, like you say, but without hurting the American people as much, then okay. But if it gets too bad, then I think he needs to, kind of rethink his plan on this thing.
Well, I don't think it's really just the American people that it's hurting. I think it's hurting all consumers.
Well, all consumers, but I got to think about us first.
Well, I agree. I agree with that. But when it comes to charging a high rate of tariffs, the consumers are the ones who really have to pay for it, regardless of where you are. Because I don't think a company is going to say, all right, France, we sell the same thing to America. We're going to lay it off on you and let you not pay, the high price. We're just going to charge America like that. I don't think a company would do that.
Yeah, but you got to think, too, if they go too high, they're going to go elsewhere. Now, it's a thing like a catch-22. Is this something that people actually need, or is it going to be things that people actually want? And if people got a choice to say, okay, do I want this or do I need this? And if they're not selling, they're going to have to sell it regardless.
Correct.
You understand what I'm saying? Because nobody's going to buy it if it's too high for them anyway, if
Correct.
they don't need it.
If they don't need it.
If it's a want, then that's something different. A need, then that's something different. But a want will definitely make these companies say, hey, well, we can't really gouge the people because they're not going to buy it. And, hey, we just sitting on it, so we got to make something. So, and they've been getting rich forever on us anyway. You know, all these countries has been getting rich on us forever anyway, and it's time. It's high time that we, you know, actually start creating our own businesses again, our own companies, our own corporations, and us as a people. You know, I feel we need to start. You know, hey, they do it, we need to do it. You know, we don't see any Chinese people at our soul food restaurants. You know, we don't see any Jews walking into our, you know, soul food restaurants. You know, they don't eat with us. You know, they ain't coming to get their hair cut. I mean, we barbers, we beauticians, we soul food, we're carpenters, we electricians, but are they shopping with us? So this is my thing, you know, I don't know. You know, what do you guys think?
If you look at, you take Apple, for instance, that's an American company, right? But they have their product made overseas in China. Now, when it ships here, they get an iPhone made $3, $10 to make an iPhone.
Wholesale price, right? It can't be much though.
And then then it comes here and they selling it for $1,000.
Yeah.
So I mean,
they still winning.
Apple is still even though it's
10,
the company.
15%, they'll still be winning.
Right.
Correct. I remember some years ago, there was a story about, you know, the price of manufacturing Apple phones, and I think it was like 300% markup of price on the phones. So
probably more than that. I mean, literally, come on, guys, think about it.
The American consumers are being, pretty much, no disrespect, but you're being raped.
Yeah.
You know?
And this is what's been going on for forever, you know, especially anything that we want, guys. You know it. We just talked about it before. You know, just with the, with the food, with the delicacies that, you know, black folk, you know, us people has made delicacies today that they didn't want before. That, you know, the prices shot up now, right? So anything that we want, they're gonna find a way to put a tax on it, right? So come on with it, you know. I mean, we can't be, you know, fools all our lives, right? So let's get into the topics. Let's see for the first topic of the day. Let's see here. What we got here? Technology, guys. Has technology made us lazy in today's society with this new technology? Do we feel that technology's made us lazy? Kings?
I believe so in some areas. The reason I say that is lately or recently I've heard how teachers are now finding out that their students are using AI systems to get, you know, answers to homework, classwork, or even a reading assignment, where they just go ahead and get the quick details. So, you know, hey, I'm reading this book. Just go ahead and give me the actual point of view of this book. Like, what's it about? And they do that, and the teachers just now find out. I'm like, well, you're a teacher. How do you not know about these AI systems? How do you not even think your students will even be using it?
Yeah, it's out there for the world. That's for sure.
Yeah, but I mean, that's just like using an encyclopedia. Only thing is, it's just a little bit, it's more accessible now to get the information, just like using Google. Kids don't have encyclopedias anymore.
You have a great point.
They really has taken books out of the schools.
Right.
They
don't even give kids books anymore.
I mean,
literally, they're working off
a laptop.
Yes.
And
what is it? The Chromebook?
The Google Chromebook. They give them a laptop.
Absolutely. So what do they expect? I mean, you know, far as schoolwork, you know, with far as our kids and schoolwork and them not being literally doing the research that we used to do when we were coming up, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, but what do they expect if they're just giving them a Chromebook to work off of?
Well, I mean, you know, even though schools do provide laptops to students nowadays, teachers still want the students to take the time to do their research thoroughly, to read about what the lesson is and to learn and to use it, but not to rely on artificial intelligence to just give them the quick, brief summary and says, all right, this is it. How can you actually learn just by that small information? And don't get me wrong, people do learn differently.
Different day and age now.
Yeah.
Yep. Because trust me, I use AI a lot. I do. I mean, it's part of it using, but you have to use it in an ethical way. There's nothing wrong with AI, nothing wrong with using AI, nothing wrong with using ChatGPT, Deep Shark, or DeepSeek. Nothing wrong with that. Just use it ethically is what you do. You can use it at your job. I mean, I use it all the time creating emails because sometimes I put on that email what I really want to say.
Yes.
But then I give that prompt to ChatGPT and ask them to make it more professional.
That's it. That's it.
Because I know I can't say it how I really want to say it.
That's true.
So,
and I
do
can
you
say,
feel it made you do you feel it made you lazy? How about that, King Eric? Do you feel that this new technology era is making you more lazy?
I don't believe so.
You don't believe
because the reason why I say that, because it still takes work to actually do what you need to do with AI. Because if you don't understand AI, if you don't know how to use AI, you still got to work to find out how to use it. Just the same amount of work that you put in to using the AI is the same amount of work that you would put in to get research on any information on any project. And sometimes that's the best time. Like you can ask AI now, find me a case study on something that you're trying to figure out.
Yeah.
So and it'll find you a case study, and then you go look that case study up, and you can ask it. Even on LinkedIn, you got LinkedIn saying that you put your resume on LinkedIn, it'll ask you, it's an AI prompt on there and say, it'll review your resume and review that job listing to see if you're qualified for that job.
I concur on what you're saying because, you know, the work that I do for a living, I have to do a lot of email communication back and forth. And, I can do it by Outlook, Teams, or Slack. I have to make sure the message is for a general audience. So I pre-write my message and I'll shoot it off to ChatGPT and says, hey, make this sound such as for these type of audience. And it will literally do it. I proofread it.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of times I have to change some of the stuff that was even given to me because it's either missed details or it's explained something completely way out of range. So yeah, I can understand what he's saying. You still put a lot of work into it, but instead of us, I guess in my mind, it's making it a whole lot more easier for us, and that's why I kind of thinking like, well, I can see why people say technology making us lazy, but in actuality, it's making it easier.
Well, that's just one form. Let's go there.
Let me ask you this:
Go ahead.
What's lazier? Is using ChatGPT or using AI lazier than a person that has those tools and don't use it?
Another good point I just thought about since you just said that.
Something to think about.
Yeah, and we like stuff to be quick.
Yeah. So this is what I'm saying. With the AI thing, you still do have to put some effort into it, to get what you want out of it. That's true. But that's just one form of new technology, right, guys? So let's go into these other apps that they have created. The Uber Eats, the DoorDash.
Now that...
the Instacarts, people sitting at home literally ordering out, food coming to the home, groceries coming to the home. These are, has that made people, I feel that has really made people lazy.
For some people, I agree.
Now, if they have a disability, that's one thing. But, sometimes you drive up to these people's homes and they got a driveway full of cars, brand new cars, but they're ordering out. They're having their groceries delivered. And true enough, it is making jobs for other people. It is creating jobs. But the people at home, I think it's kind of making us lazy.
But let me ask you this. What if you, let's just take Uber Eats for example.
Okay.
What if the place you want to eat from is, like we in Douglasville, what if you want to eat from this place that's in downtown Atlanta? The traffic is bad going to Atlanta, but coming back it'll be okay. So do you DoorDash it? Uber Eats it?
Well, like I said, that's it's making us lazy.
But
Because it's time and effort into that. You have to get up. You got to get up. You got to get into your car. You got to drive. You have to deal with the real world.
But I believe that sometimes some things make it simpler for you to do other things that you have that's more important at that time for you. Now, the groceries, ordering groceries, I've done that because, number one, we didn't have time to go because there's other things, dealing with kids, dealing with work. There's some things that you can't get done and that you have to get done in a certain amount of time. Okay. So you do that.
Okay.
You Instacart it. You go ahead and Instacart your groceries.
Yeah, and I can see that for a person that's busy, that's really have other things going on, and they say, hey, I don't have time to shoot to the, grocery store today, but I do need groceries. So, hey, it is a leisure. So at the same time, that's one instance. But if it's somebody that's not doing anything but sitting in front of the television.
That's different. That's totally different. They were lazy before.
Yes.
That means they were lazy before.
So and that's very well could be true. But is it lazier? I mean, these people. I mean, we're the microwave kids, right? We want everything quick, fast. We the microwave babies, man. We gotta, be honest with ourselves.
I'm gonna be the funny one a little bit for a second. You guys reminded me of the cartoon, The Jetsons.
Oh, The Jetsons.
The Jetsons, because on The Jetsons, everything they were doing was by push of a button.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, and this is what I'm trying to tell you, and we can go on with this. With what's been going on too in this world today with the Elon Musk running the presidency almost look like, I mean, is Trump the president or Elon the president?
Like you said, X said he the president. Trump ain't the president. So I mean,
so this is what I'm saying, and this is the technology world, and this is where, Elon, he's making these iBots. So are we falling into his hands because it's making us lazy because they're creating all this technology? Hey, is that falling into the government's hands at this point?
Well,
because he would love to see us just sit at home and don't do anything.
Apparently not, because he calling everybody back to the office.
No, he's trying to get rid of them.
He got
to. I mean, that's unethical. They can't just. I didn't even believe they could actually do that. Just fire somebody for nothing. I mean, there's a code of ethics. There's a protocol. You can't just say, okay, you're fired.
Actually, yes, you can, because for an example, the state of Georgia is one of the states where they can fire you for no reason.
That's Georgia.
So,
every state is not like that.
Well, not every state, but I know
every state is not.
A lot of southern states are under that law where you could be fired for any kind of reason. But the point, what Elon and Trump is on from what I'm looking and seeing, is that what they're doing is to enriching the rich, if that makes sense.
And that's and that's my point.
So
if we fall victim to not wanting to go out and do this and not wanting to go out and do that, guess what he got these iBots for?
Well, see,
he would love to sell a bunch of those. That's his product.
I mean,
look at it. If he's a part of this, it seems
but
like
there are other companies. There are other companies out there that's selling those robots cheaper than him.
Okay, so exactly. So you think he's not gonna? He's gonna get in the market. He's just gonna, You think he's not gonna, run a sale? I mean, come on. He gonna have millions of them.
But right now,
he can drop the price.
Right now, with the way Elon going, with all these strikes and stuff in front of his car dealerships, I don't know.
Well, it's more than just his car dealership. His stock has been dropping rapidly over the past 2 weeks.
The market has been, unstable. We already know that. That's a point given. So, but at the end of the day, where are we going to end up? Where are we going to be? What are we going to stand for? Are we going to just keep allowing this technology to make us just like you said, take over our jobs, basically, because that's what they actually are looking to do. I mean, if they're gonna say, "Hey, you fired," they can fire. They about to fire thousands literally send out emails talking about firing thousands of people. What do you think they're gonna do?
If you go back to the AI part, and I think on a previous episode last year we talked about it. AI is starting to take people jobs where it allows the rich people to make more money by relying on a robot versus a human being. A robot can work longer hours than a human being. A robot can have more capabilities than the average human being. So over at the seaports, that's what they call them, you have those machines that picks up the trailers off the ships. They used to have people use forklifts to do that. Well, what they need human beings for? You have those robots that can scoop it up, take it whatever, and do that.
And they got the self-driving cars now in Gwinnett.
Oh,
they just rolled them out. So this is what this. So now they have the self-driving cars. Mm-hmm. You go into these fast food, they have the big screen now. Mm-hmm. They don't have people at the register anymore. Nope. You know, all you got to do now is go in, tap, 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 put your order in. Then in a minute, all they got to do is put some bots back there, and then now what? I mean, but we're falling victim to this. This is what we are signing up for when we go in and participating with this company that is, rolling out these things. So with that being said, guys, something to think about. We got to take a 2-minute break, and we'll be right back. 2 and 2.
Hi, I'm Chief Gary Sparks with the Douglasville Police Department. Today we want to give you some safety tips concerning traffic stops. Take a look.
So you look in your rear view mirror and see flashing blue lights. What do? Remain calm. Yield to the right and pull your vehicle over into an off-road area that is safe for both you and the officer. Put your car in park. Remove your foot from the brake and turn the radio off. Remain in your vehicle. Have your driver's license readily available for the officer. Keep your hands on the steering wheel, visible for the officer at all times. If you need to retrieve any items from the interior, explain what you're reaching for to the officer and avoid any sudden movements. Rolling the window down completely establishes a level of trust with the officer and allows for ease of interaction during the routine traffic stop. Be courteous and polite. Be cooperative and willing to follow the officer's instructions. During a routine traffic stop, the officer will return to his vehicle to run the tag and driver's license verification and complete a citation if one is necessary. Once the officer returns and approaches your vehicle, whether or not a citation or warning is issued, please remain calm, courteous, and cooperative. Sign the citation acknowledging you agree to appear in court, and do not dispute the citation with the officer. The officer will give you a court date to explain or defend your infraction.
Okay, ma'am. Like I told you, I did clock you at 51 in a 35 mile per hour speed zone. I did issue a citation, okay? This here is going to be your court date. I just need a signature from you stating that you received a copy of this citation, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Here's your driver license.
Thank you.
Along with a copy of the citation, okay? Do you have any questions or concerns for me?
No, sir.
Okay, well, you have a nice day, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Following these few simple steps will help ensure a safe interaction for both you and the officer.
I hope these few tips help you as it relates to dealing with law enforcement and traffic stops. Not only in traffic stops, but in all encounters with law enforcement. We hope that all our encounters are safe for the citizens as well as for our officers. Again, we want you to be safe, and if you have any problems with the Douglasville Police Department, don't hesitate to give us a call and make your concerns known. I would add that Georgia is a right to carry state, and we hope that if you are carrying, that on these traffic stops and all encounters, please let the officer know that you are carrying. This will ensure your safety and our officers' safety. Thank you, may God bless you, and may God keep our community safe. We are one.
Tune in to Talk Show Kings on TV 1061.
black on black crime, man. I'm sick of this. Thank you for watching another edition of Talk Show Kings on TV 1061. We'll be seeing you soon.
All right. Welcome back to the second half of the Talk Show Kings. First half, we have been talking about a lot of hot topics, and our first topic that we had talked about was, has technology made us lazy? With all this new technology that's going on, these apps, these, iBots, the AI, and all of these things, guys. So, what's your overall opinion on all this new technology, Kings? I mean, what do you have to say about it, and what do you feel about the new technology? Do you feel that it's, hey?
I mean, I believe most of it, for the most part, is useful.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's up to the person, the individual, if it's going to be lazy or not.
Absolutely.
If they're going to be lazy with it, because it's useful. It's out there for us to use, not to abuse.
Right. Yeah, that's facts. That's facts, guys. Y'all hear that? It's out there for us to use, not abuse. Because but we can't decipher sometimes, right? We have a problem trying to decipher: is it abuse or is it a use? So we got to be able to have our discernment and know that, hey, come on, man, we have to think about where they're taking us with this technology, and how far are we willing to go? Because they're gonna try to take us all away. Because from what I'm hearing, that's what it's going to be all about. Technology against the humans. It's going to be us against them, at the end of the day. So we got to think, how far are we willing to allow them into our homes? Because guess what? They're on sale now, literally. So you can actually purchase these bots, literally.
Oh, yeah.
And they can actually, hey, enter into your home today for the right price. What do you think, King Jason, about this?
So going back on your question, it really does depend on what your intentions are of using the artificial intelligence. I mean, you have companies that use artificial intelligence just to learn us, learn who we are as a person, learn how we talk, learn our habits, learn everything about us so it can benefit them. There is even now a story where they're using AI on our phones to learn our habits. So if you ever wonder, does my phone actually listen to me? Yes,
Absolutely.
It does. So when you are having a conversation and you open up your phone and you're going to Amazon and it heard you say something relating to, say, a couch, it's going to say, hey, I've noticed you have interest in this type of couch. You want to take a look at it? And you say, well, I just actually, it's because it's listening to you, it's learning you. So that will benefit the business for them to sell more products that's relating to what you were talking about or what you're interested in. So that's something good or bad.
Yeah. Yeah, they have it even now. We didn't talk about this, guys, but they even have it now to where as though it's watching you at work. Like, it's technology now, like at these, like Amazon, like these fast food restaurants, like these companies where they have you as a number in the system, and it's on your tag. Wherever you go, this number goes. So they know exactly where you are in this restaurant. They know exactly how many fries you bagged, how many burgers you flipped, how many customers you served each day. Mm-hmm. And they don't have to watch you. It's all calculated with this badge that they put on you.
Correct.
You are a number in the system of the, because they got cameras everywhere. So they're watching you. They say, okay, this person, he made 17 orders today. He filled this today. And that's how they actually is keeping up with people, and they're actually giving people promotions because they see their numbers are high, and they're actually firing people because their numbers are low, because the cameras are watching and you're tagged literally in these companies, in these businesses.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, so management don't have to watch you. They don't have to watch you. They already got the cameras watching you. And they know
True.
exactly what you're doing
Mm-hmm.
each minute, each second of your day with this new technology. You
Yeah.
know, as a business owner, you might say that's a good thing. As an employee, you might say that that's a bad thing. Yeah. So, you know, with this new technology, you know, like you said, it's good when it comes to, you know, taking care of some things that I might need to get done that I don't have the time to do, and it's a use, you know, for it. But then sometimes you got people that, hey, they're not doing anything but sitting home, you know, getting more out of shape, you know, getting more lazier and abusing the privileges that they put out here for us, you know, with this new technology. So that's how I think about it. That's what I feel about it. You know, it's a double-edged sword, you know, like everything else, right?
Yep.
It's a double-edged sword. So we got to think about it. And, hey, gotta make a decision, guys. Got to make a decision. Yeah. So with our next topic, let's get into our next topic, hot topic of the day. Have us men, has we been stepping up to our responsibilities far as in the home, in our communities, and so forth? Kings, let's expound on that. What do you guys think far as us men today, far as what's going on, what we see is going on? Do we feel that we are stepping up to the plate, doing our part, what needs to be done in this system today?
I can't speak for other men from what they do. For the most part, I do see some men stepping up, but the others I don't see because I don't know. I know for me, I do my best every day to take care of my household and to try to teach my two youngest about what's going on in the world. Shoot, my daughter now come tell me, have you heard this? Have you heard that? This is what's going on. She watch the news more than I do. And she's 12. She'll tell you everything that's going on.
Wow.
So now my son, you basically have to tell him unless he gonna look at it on social media, and then he'll come say something. But other than that, we'll have a conversation and he'll talk about it if you mention it to him. And he's like, why is that going on? What's going on here? And then you break it down and you explain it to him, because now these are the times where you have to explain what's going on, because if you're not teaching your kids or letting people know, letting the people in your household know what's going on, and the reason why you making certain moves is to protect them or protect the house or protect your job, I mean, they'll never understand. Because trust and believe, in my old job, there were times where I wanted to slap a couple of folks. But guess what?
Yes.
I got kids, got a wife. I can't go around slapping folks. How am I going to explain that to the kids? Why we got put out there? We did, Mom and Dad, because I decided to slap somebody, son. That's why.
Yeah, we don't want violence.
So especially now, in this administration that we have, it's gonna get harder, because people, as you can see, people are losing their jobs. And one of the things that we just discussed, what happens when people lose their jobs? They start committing crimes.
Sadly.
Unfortunately, that's what happens, because now they're trying to do what they have to do for their family. And some of those so happen to be some kings that's out there doing that. So, I mean, when you're trying to provide for your family and you're trying to make things happen, I mean, unfortunately, that's what they turn to. But they don't realize that the consequences that you have turning to that is going to land you in prison.
Yes, because you know, my heart has just been so heavy, just seeing, you know, all the things that they have been, you know, putting out here, you know, in the media and on television, and the heinous acts that we have been doing to each other it's killing me, guys. It's killing me, Kings. What? Just the other day, the guy just shot up the 5-year-old trying to kill somebody with his kids. I mean, you got guys that's so emotional. This girl might not want to be with you, King, and you wanna knock her down too because she don't want to be bothered with you anymore. I mean, we gotta stop killing anybody for just it doesn't make sense. Just, you know, we gotta be more responsible. We gotta be more mature about this. You know, we just killing each other. You know, we all are connected. And when I see, you know, my young kings, and I call them my young kings, my Thundercats, man, you know, y'all have to stop with this foolishness. I mean, I know y'all think it's, you know, all cool and you gang banging or whatever you claiming and all of this, but you know, we gotta have some type of code of ethics when we dealing with anything. And right now, it's like y'all lawless out here. Like y'all don't have any type of laws. Y'all just running around here reckless and abandoned and killing up innocent kids, more or less, that I've seen more than anything these last few months and, you know, a year or so. You know, killing innocent kids, guys. We got to stop that foolishness.
And the sad part about it is, you know, I think about back in the day, I look at the movie Scarface. Even Scarface had a code.
He had a code.
He ain't killing nobody if their kids there.
Exactly.
But now you got folks done killed the rapper, earlier this week, killed the rapper and his daughter?
And the daughter.
So, come on.
What kind of foolish, that's not making you, who is that making? That's making you a coward, bro. Mm-hmm. That's not making you a tough guy. And we gotta come out of that mindset thinking that killing innocent people is making you a boss or making you some type of hero. It's not making you a hero, bro. You know, you're killing innocent people. You gotta stop this foolishness. Actually, what you're doing, you're annihilating our race off the face of this earth. Basically, that's what we're doing. Basically, we're killing ourselves off the face of the earth. You know, they don't have to do it anymore. They don't have to do anything anymore. We have gotten to the point to where now our kids are annihilating each other. You know what I'm saying? Our race off the face of the earth, doing exactly what they want us to do. We're falling into their hands. How stupid are we? Are we that stupid? I mean, come on. This girl don't want to be with you, so you want to kill her? This guy, he done did something or said something to you, you feel you've been disrespected, so you want to kill him? Off of words? You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, man. Who does that? We didn't get down like that. I'm just saying, guys, Kings. Am I wrong? I mean, what y'all think about this? I mean, Kings, this is part of stepping up, being responsible, and being a leader in our communities.
It is something that is overdue that us Kings in all ethnicities, all races, we're overdue. We're late to where we should be fully committed to be involved in our communities, to teach these young kings how to grow up and to be a king and what it is to be a king, because you thinking by taking a life with a gun is all big and bad, but it's actually not. I grew up in a generation where we use our fists.
Man, listen.
And if the fist didn't work, you know, either you walk away.
If the fist didn't work, you walked away. You lived. Hey, man, you got me today.
Yeah.
Hey, but tomorrow I might get you tomorrow, but at least you live to see tomorrow.
Correct. Exactly.
You know, you're not gonna win every fight. You know, and that's what these guys can't take. They can't take a loss, I think. You know, I think that they are embarrassed to take a loss. You got this social media, you got these things going on, and they're so embarrassed to take a loss. But when they get locked down, they're not that boss no more. They're not that big tough guy like they was out in the streets. Because I done seen a lot of these guys that then thought they was big and bad and knocking folks down out here. And as soon as they get hit with this life bit, they turn into a whole nother, sugar cake in the joint because they ain't cut like that. They really ain't cut like that.
They're not.
And they need to really take a second thought on what they're doing out here because you're really destroying your lives, young brother.
Mm-hmm.
You're really destroying your lives and you're destroying other people's lives for foolishness. And we got to stop that. We have to stop it. We have to put a stop to it. And that's what it's going to take. I don't know, us kings, more kings. And that's the responsibility of the village, right?
Mm-hmm.
The village is supposed to raise the kids. Where is the village? There is no village anymore.
Because a lot of that has to do with the village. Some of the people that's in the village now don't want nobody talking to their kids. Don't want nobody saying anything to their kids if they're doing wrong. And then you got, because if I go out here and I tell this little boy to stop doing something, they parents might come like, I'm talking to my son like that.
Got to correct that too. That's the ignorance. This is what I'm saying. This is where we have to create this code of ethics. Because if we don't create it for ourselves, who will?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's because of all the changes from the generations,
I do believe, yeah.
And I think a lot of people in our generations, we grew up from the baby boomers and the silent generation to where we were taught how to be respectful, how to be obedient. And even though we got a lot of whoopings, but at least we're still here.
Yeah,
but now I think a lot of us, who had got so many whoopings, they was like, oh, well, I'm not going to do my child like that, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay, well, now you see why. Your child came out bad as I don't know what. Yes. And you can't even get him in control.
Yes, absolutely.
And it goes right down to the next generation.
But we have to correct this problem. We have to get to our youth. We have to get to this younger generation, because these are the ones that do not value life at all.
And let me say this to all the kings.
They're not valuing life at all. Go ahead, King.
Let me say this to all the kings. I don't care what your race, ethnicity is, but we need you men to get back in your spot. Stay out of jail. Stop committing these crimes and raise up these young kings. Leave these women alone. Raise these kings to be real men.
Yes.
And just to piggyback off that, I'm gonna tell you what my theory is. What's gonna happen?
Go ahead.
So,
King.
I just talked about. I said about the crime if they lose their job, crime gonna go up and all of that. So we have the farmers that's mad because of this mass deportation. Talking about they don't have anybody working the fields because most of the black people don't want to work the fields.
That's true.
Well, I believe there's a plan for all of that. Maybe I'm wrong, but this is just my theory.
Yeah.
Mass deportation. Now they losing. Then you got them cutting jobs. People gonna lose a lot of jobs. Crime rate gets high. Prisons get filled. 13th Amendment becomes in effect. Now you out there working in the field for free. That's free labor for the farmers.
Yes. And none of you guys want that. Be honest with yourself. Don't none of you guys out there want that. But if you keep running around here acting like you Mr. Tough Guy, and you got so much clout, and you doing this and you doing that, and you think that a life ain't worth nothing, sooner or later it's going to catch up to you. It's going to catch up to you. We got to understand the real way this thing works. Everything goes in a circle. Everything is in rotation. What you put out is what you get back. And don't think you don't, because you're going to get it back. It's already written in the books. We're not living in a linear life. Some people might think it's linear, but it's not a linear world. This world goes around. And what you put out is what you get back, brother. And you gotta, and sisters, y'all gotta think about that before y'all out here making these reckless decisions. Because all you're gonna do is destroy your life, and you're gonna destroy another person's life, and a child's life. I mean, these are innocent kids. These are babies. You busting at your girl and you kill a goddamn 8-10-month-old, year-old child. I mean, this don't make sense, brother. It don't.
Exactly.
You got to get your life right, man. And it's on us as a community, as the village, to try to create something to be able to get out here, and shout out to Lincoln Heights in Ohio. Lincoln Heights in Ohio, they've taken stand. They have taken a stance. I think they had some type of marching going on there, and them brothers up there, them brothers, research them, look them up. Them brothers just took a stance up there in Lincoln Heights, Ohio.
Yeah, I saw that.
You understand that?
When they had that Nazi
Yes,
stuff come
that
across up there,
oh, man.
so now they got their own
man.
security.
Oh, man.
They got together and made their own security
Yes.
to protect their own neighborhoods.
Yes, to
Yep.
protect
I
their
recently
own
heard about
neighborhood,
that.
protect their own people. And this is what's going on, and this is what we're going to need to do in order to control our people and to help our people and to protect our people. Because it's getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand. And when is we going to say enough is enough? Are we going to keep allowing, our kids to run our communities? Because our elders, I'm going to just say it, our elders have failed us. Our elders have failed us. They threw away the village, and went into the corporate world and accepted the paycheck over the village. And that's why we don't have the teachings. We're not getting the education. We're not getting the collective work and responsibility that we used to get. And now it's no collective work and responsibility. It's just individualism.
Great point.
So now everybody is fending for themselves. So when are we going to wake up, get back to our old tools, pick up our old tools and start putting them back to work? Because this new way of life, this new world is failing us, guys. Yeah. It's failing us. And it's gonna get to the point to where as though it's gonna backfire on us. Just like you said. When it get bad and there's nowhere to eat, it's nowhere to sleep, guess where they coming? They coming in your home. They coming in their neighbor's home, because they ain't going out there. Because they're gonna be protected. Trust me. They're not going out there. They're going to go right next door to the closest thing to them. And that's going to be you. Because we haven't put in the work to try to correct this situation that's going on in our world today. And so, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So if you guys ain't worried about it, I ain't going to be worried about it either. But it's going to happen. It's going to come to a theater near you. Trust and believe.
And also to include on piggyback what you're saying, we're talking about our community, how we are, once we lose a job, how we're committing crimes. I mean, with all the mess that's going on with the Trump administration, how we've been sitting back watching it happen, to where a lot of Trump voters and Trump supporters are regretting for voting for him, but now they're seeing how it is affecting them and how it is messing their lifestyles up. So now, remember, we may know how to survive, but the question is, do they? Yes. Because they're used to the high privilege. So will they be able to live and survive without the money they used to and start committing crimes? Or are they going to be like us, to where they're going to go based off of instinct and rob their neighbor?
Listen, anything is possible. Trust me.
It truly
anything
is
possible in this day and time, in this world today. And we got to think about it, and we got to be proactive.
Correct.
We got to be proactive. We can't keep sitting back, just allowing. I don't know what we're allowing. I don't know what we're thinking. What are we thinking? What are we thinking?
Not thinking. Some of them are not thinking.
Correct, that part. You know what I'm saying? Let's be clear. That part. We're not thinking. Because we're just sitting back, watching everything unfold in front of us. And guess what? They already got it mapped out. They already, with this right here, this phone, that TV, they already planting the seed. The seed's been planted. Don't you see it working? It's working. Their seeds is working. Their seeds are growing. Because these ain't our kids. So until we understand that and try to take back control over our village and our kids and our people, they're winning. And they're going to continue to win because they already done planted the seeds. The seeds are growing. So, with that being said, I think it's time. We didn't have a, good first show back. It's been good back in this seat again. It's been a lot going on, and we're going to touch on a lot more topics, from week to week here coming up, guys. And I want y'all to join us and call in. The phone lines is open. So with that being said, any last words for the day, for the people, Kings?
Well, I just want to say thank you again for watching and supporting our show. I enjoy spending time with you, Kings, and having an opportunity to just communicate with you guys and collaborate. It is awesome.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, thank you for allowing us in your homes, and thank you for rocking with us. Even though we've been away for a while, we're still here.
Yeah, we still here.
And Kings, just keep your head up and do what you have to do. Make sure it's the right thing to do with this technology, and stay ahead of your household and get your stuff together.
Yes. And with that being said, hey, just think about what we said today, and try to make a change. A change for the better is all we can ask. Hey, maybe tomorrow be better than yesterday. That's all we can ask, moving forward. And with that being said, till next show, we'll see you next week. Peace.
You are tuned in to Talk Show Kings on TV 1061.
Man, what they gonna do with this black on black crime, man? I'm sick of this. Thank you for watching another edition of Talk Show Kings on TV 1061. We'll be seeing you soon.